Hello and welcome back to Crusader Kings II. In our last video, we had just got done, we had just finished beating up on the forces of Flanders, and we began to siege Ghent in the hopes that that will be enough to finish off the war and allow us to take Ghent as part of our territory. Also, intrigue-wise, there's a plot going on to take the county of Brabant away. Its plot power is 62%, which is still too low, but kind of worrisome that he's got all these backers lined up here. We converted over to Dutch, and for a brief moment in time, West Francia had taken over Saxony, and then there was a major revolt, and Saxony basically became independent again. So, with that in mind, let's just take a look at our messages, and then we are going to go. Okay. With a little luck, we should, or rather a little bit of time really, we should take this over. It's negative 6% every 12 days. That's 2% every day, percent every 2 days. So it's going to be like 12 days from now. Or, no, that's not right. Okay, and then the siege is done. So before we start the next siege, let's go beat these guys up. Okay, so skirmish. Okay, now they're all in retreat. And we basically eliminated them all. So now let's head back into Ghent. We're at 84%. We need 100%, so we have to siege some more. Meanwhile, this Sultanate war is going on, and we're in as allies, but we're losing rather righteously. And that is for this guy to become independent, I think. Let's see if that's right. Yeah, Hakamid independence. I have no idea why West Francia is in the middle of that, but they are, so yeah. The War of Hakamid Independence has ended inconclusively, which basically means that they just declared white peace, I think. And then everything went back to normal. Okay, so after the second siege, we're at 100%. So let's just go in here. Offer peace. Enforce demands, yes. We're totally beaten. And now we are done with that. We can disband all of these guys. They're in our territory. And now we have Ghent. Should we take over the capital of West Francia? I don't think we're that ambitious right now, but special actions possible, go into hiding. So here's what I think I want to do. We're up 8/6. So I think we really want to start handing off some of the provinces here. And the like this one is really small. This one is really small too. I don't know how much levy it's going to produce, but it doesn't look like very much. So here's Ghent, right? So let's go into here. And here's our marshal guy. He should probably be training troops in Holland. This guy's a baron, this guy's a mayor, this guy's a bishop, this guy is a mayor. This guy does not have a title yet. Just want to see if there's somebody better than 19. There definitely is not. This is the Ragnard guy, who we put in as the Baron. But even he's not as good as this dude. So, poor guy's got a lisp. That's okay. He's a tough soldier. He doesn't need his diplomacy. He speaks with the sword. Okay, so, what we need to do is... He likes me, but my opinion of him is really low. And why is that? He's a foreigner and personal diplomacy is -12. Oh, that's really unfortunate. He's 30, he would like to get married. So let's find him. That would be kind of ironic, wouldn't it? Here's one in Ypres, that would be pretty funny. And she's Greek. How did she get into Ypres? I don't know, but occasionally people show up in your court from different places, and yeah, so let's see, Altmark. He's Frankish, so wow. This is my court. This is a courtier. But really, it doesn't really help. Here's one in Pfalz. She's cynical, though. That's pretty funny. She's 30. Alright, so let's, let's do this first. And then we'll make him the Count of Ghent. Okay. And then we'll grant the title of Ghent to him. Okay. Now, with this paused, we got to go find him again. He's, for some reason, gone. I think because he moves to his new court, he's not available immediately. So that guy wants to be the Chancellor. There's no way that guy's going to be the Chancellor. So we're going to install him back in as the Marshal. Okay, and he's going to train troops. This guy is in Ghent. He's a vassal. And he really likes me. 72 is good. So let's keep going. Do I have another courtier who would be good to make the Count of Hainaut? Let's check the court. Well, I could make my son he's the heir to the Duchy of Holland. He's already betrothed, which is good. Oh, see, look at that. 30 for 4 years. So let's take a look at... Oh, he's up to 50. Yeah, because I refused an offer of guardianship to have my son turned into some mindless Frankish... It's like Frankenstein. Just kidding. My Duke, the more and more I study the Cathar religion, the more I feel compelled to embrace it and show you the wisdom that lies in these texts. I urge you to follow my example and embrace the Cathar religion. He's mad. I don't think Holland should really become a Cathar stronghold, considering the Pope will send people, armies against us, and the king will probably throw us in jail and strip away all of our... So, yeah, you're mad. Okay, so that was our counselor, and now we need a new one. These guys have crazy diplomatic skills, but we don't need them for diplomatic skills. Let me do something. I am going to increase our favor with Rome. Okay, so my court chaplain is going to spend his time in Rome, trying to convince the Pope that I'm a good guy. This is really low. Really? That's the best we can do? That is not... Why do I read this as Robber Baron. It's Baron Robert. This guy's got 11 stewardship. This guy is who? He's a baron. Blah, 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 blah. Let's put this guy in charge. I mean, really? I really need even better people here, but oh, to find them. Actually, we probably could find them and bring them here. Oh, here's this guy who's imprisoned. I'll show you how we can deal with imprisoned people in just a little bit. But first, here we go. She's 26 years old. What is the deal with this guy? Oh no. This guy's incapable. That's really sad. Oh. Due to advanced age, head injury, or other mental disabilities, this character is not fit for any kind of work. Oh, that's terrible news. Something must have happened to this guy. And look, he still has a... Oh no, that's diplomacy. I was going to say he still has a bit of diplomacy than that other guy, but that was stewardship that we were looking at before. Okay, so here's what we want to do. We want to look in our court, and here's one. Okay, so let's see if we can arrange a marriage and make it a matrilineal marriage. Yummy. That would be pretty funny. We can only do it for people in Holland. Well, that's no fun. If I don't do it matrilineally, I have a whole bunch of people. Yeah, okay, so that's not going to work. Okay, let's keep going. Is there a way to... I've never quite done this before, but let's see if there's a way to look up people who would be interested. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. Oh, so Arnold Anselmson, that's Amsel's son, yeah, is now legal age. He became a mastermind theologian. Okay, so let me close this down. So this is Duke Anselm's son, and he became a mastermind theologian, which is like he's one of the top scholars, okay, of the faith. If you see, these books are sort of like the classes. So you can always tell if you've got a low or a high class for the number of dots that are underneath the symbol up here. Okay, so this guy, yeah, his learning is absolutely brilliant. His stewardship is not bad, and his diplomacy is not bad either. His martial is terrible, and his intrigue is absolutely horrible. I mean, absolutely terrible. Play poker with this guy, because he will not have a good poker face. Okay. So yeah, and he's the heir. So that's good. And then Fastrada has 2 more years before she comes of age. Now, what did we do here? That's Bavaria. So let's see if we could... We want it to be a matrilineal marriage. Prince of East Francia, really? Prince of East Francia. Oh, Anselm, our Duke Anselm's now known as Duke Anselm the Old, because he's old and crotchety now. Okay. Wow. Middle Francia, huh? Half-brother to King Castan the Usurper. Wow. Um, I'm maybe thinking there's something to this Asturias thing. I can't trust this because these guys are all Carlings, and they're going to always ally together. So let's go like this. And it's matrilineally. Okay, send. Okay, so how old is Duke Anselm the Old? He is 66. That is pretty old. I mean, in terms of this time period, yeah, he's old. He's old and hanging on. And the best part is that he lived long enough so that when his heir takes over, he's not going to need a regent. He's old enough to actually take over. So yeah, his half brother is still alive and kicking. What exactly does this guy do? He doesn't. He's just sort of hanging out here. So let's, yeah, we'll just let him hang out and about. We're still, a little bit over on domain size. So I could give, Stuart Mayor Sigbert wants to hire ruffians to bully the peasants who are not paying their taxes. Anyway, it's good as long as I get money. And prevent him from doing any harm, even if I get less, even if I will get less tax. Well, that's 22 gold, but then the local revolt risk goes up by 1.5%. Nah. I say nah. Not gonna do it. Who is over here taking over Bruges? Defending against Count Hermenald of Bologna in the Bologna claim on Guinea's War. Oh, so he's claiming right there. Now these guys took that from them anyway, so they're taking it back now. I should talk to Adalbert about his lack of ambition. Yeah, he does just sit around doing nothing. We were just talking about that. Now watch, he's going to plot against me or something. That would be pretty ironic. Okay, so let's go back to our council. And this is Bruges, which is the capital of Flanders. If I go and I look at my map of de jure kingdoms. Okay, so you've got a little bit of a problem here because this is slowly becoming just part of West Francia. And so, yeah, see, the Duchy of Flanders being incorporated de jure into the Kingdom of West Francia, 17 out of 100 years. So if we're going to do this Kingdom of Frisia thing, we're going to have to do it pretty fast. We've got like 83 years left. And if that sounds like a lot, it goes fast. I mean, 17 of them are gone already. So, but that goes all the way out here. So any of these would be good for taking over. And we pretty much have... we don't have this, which is unfortunate. Uh-oh. King Carl has declared the Second West Francian claim on Saxony War. Here we go again. Saxony is already over here, doing something. Beating people up over here or something. Decide to institute the normal city taxes law. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, okay, oh, yeah, Baron, the new Baron Arshot has, inherited from the old one. This is the guy that I fired from his, from the steward position. Let's see. Let's fabricate claims in Ypres. Okay, these are independent realms. Wow. Yeah, see, there's Asturias, which may or may not survive, but either way, we're going to have Bavaria too, Bavaria and these guys. Unfortunately, West Francia is probably also going to have Middle Francia. Although they are brothers, so they may have issues amongst themselves. So, with any luck, when we do go independent, which the world is a dangerous place. Rumors have reached you that people are conspiring to kill you. Once more. And I get to go into hiding. Now, I could go into hiding, but quite honestly, really, he's 67 years old. The sun could take over in the blink, of an eye, pretty much. And just, So do I feel the need to go into hiding? Because then I need a regent. Oh, hit the space bar. I should invest in a technology. Here it is. All of these. So I could do construction. I could do trade practices, which increases trade value and reduces trade post limit. I can do improved keeps, which gives me better stuff. Or I could unlock the church infrastructure, town infrastructure, or castle infrastructure. And those increase taxes too, which is kind of nice. I think City Guard, Militia Training Ground, and University. I think we're going to do improved keeps. Keep 3, castle walls 2, city walls 2, church walls 2. Okay. We'll do that. We're going to increase siege equipment. And then we're also going to increase majesty? Legalism? Oh, legalism. We could do medium centralization then. Let's invest in legalism. And then we're going to go into laws and say medium centralization. And then that will increase this to 7. Woohoo! All we need is for people to pass it. Okay, 5, 6. Come on. 7. Oh, okay, here's Fastrada. She's now of legal age. She became a charismatic negotiator. So she's a diplomat. And yeah, so she is a diplomat, indeed. Look at that, 17. That is pretty outstanding, actually. And she's got good traits. Well, chaste is not so good. Well, it's not so good because her fertility is down, which means less heirs, but just. So, learning, and stewardship. She's wroth, which unfortunately decreases her diplomacy, but she's also charitable, +3 to diplomacy. She's kind, +2 to diplomacy. Oh yeah. And she's a class 3 diplomat, which is the charismatic negotiator. So, and the fertility bonus here offsets a little bit, offsets that one. So, okay. So that's not bad. Okay, let's keep going. Let's go back to laws, see how we're doing. That's 7 of 22. I need 11, basically. There's a vassal that has a negative opinion of me. Oh, there we go. Medium centralization. So now we're 7 of 7. So now we don't have to worry about giving Hainaut to anybody. I've got a truce with Duke Godalbert of Flanders until the 1st of July. 795. That's 10 years after the Hollander claim on Ghent War. So basically, that means that neither side can attack the other one for 10 years. That's not going to stop me from getting a claim, of course. But, you know. So, anyway, so let's see. Okay. Astoria. Okay, so they're going to get married first, which is kind of interesting. Now, who is this? Oh, must be an adult. Okay. Okay. And she almost is. Yep, she almost is, so, okay. I could go into hiding, but, oops. Oh, we lost our Chancellor. I believe he must have passed on. So let's appoint somebody new. Here's Helibad. This is, the Duke's son's friend. They're good buddies. So, so we're going to fabricate that claim on Ypres. And we'll keep that going. He's pretty young, so hopefully he'll stay around for a little while. So let's see which one of my vassals doesn't like me. Oh, yeah, that would be this guy who's in prison for being a heretic. Okay, so let's deal with him. So here's the prisoners page. Okay, and basically what we can do is we could just release him from prison. We can ransom him as a prisoner, or we can just execute him. Now, if I click on him, right, he's Cathar, which is the Cathar rejects confession and the holiness of the clergy and the Pope. Then there's no religious head. And interestingly enough, Cathars can install women as priests as well. But if I turned into Cathar and Holland turned into Cathar, it would be really bad news. If I was more powerful, maybe, but I would essentially be alone. Unless I was trying to convert other provinces to Cathar. But then I'm essentially taking on the entire Catholic, world. So what are we going to do with this guy? Well, we can also demand religious conversion. So let's demand a religious conversion, and if he accepts, he'll be released from prison. Okay. Now let's see what happens. Okay, good. Now he's out of prison. Everybody's sort of happy again, kind of. But yeah, so he's back out again. Okay, if I look at laws again, I don't think I can do that. If I was Cathar, I could do that. And I still cannot do primogeniture because West Francia has to be high or absolute crown authority, which is kind of a bummer. Yeah, it could be an elective monarchy. We don't want that. So this indicates who's the heir and who are the pretenders, the next two people in line. And so it shows you, if you want your guy, let's say, your the Duke's child's right here, and these two are foreigners. It basically shows, who do I have to kill in order to get this guy on the throne? Oh, I got to take care of these two, or maybe not kill, but eliminate or get rid of. So yeah, that's an important screen. So let's take a look here. Okay, so this is West Francia. Prince Ascaric is the heir. And then the other two, and then King Carloman is down here. Yeah. There's limited crown authority here. But this go into hiding keeps popping up and going away, which is kind of funny. Oh, it looks like the King of Saxony is taking it to West Francia again. Okay, if you look at this troop right here, this little skull there, that means that they're in attrition. Basically that means that they're losing troops, even though that they're losing troops, even though they're not fighting, either from disease or starvation or desertion or whatever. So, okay. is the Army of Flanders. They got knocked out of here, I think. So these two guys are still fighting over this. And when it's done, potentially this is going to go to these guys. Okay. Increase in reinforcement rate, which is kind of nice. So when I click on this, which is for any province, I might as well just go through the screen while we're waiting. It shows the county, right? And it shows what it's under. It's under the Duchy of Holland, which is under the Kingdom of West Francia. It shows its leader, and this shows that I'm leading troops in Hainaut. And then it shows me my diplomatic stuff, who I'm at war with and who I'm at peace with. It shows me any benefits or negatives that have come up, like there's the levy reinforcements increased. It shows me what, this is the county capital, and in this case it happens to be a castle. Sometimes it might be a town, sometimes it might be a bishopric. This shows me that it's in the Duchy of Holland and the Kingdom of West Francia. If somebody has occupied it, there'll be a little shield in here that shows who occupied it. Underneath the castle, it shows the garrison, which are the guys who stay in the castle, and then the levy, which is the army that can be drawn up, and sent off to war. So the garrison always stays. The levy can either stay or go. So right now, if somebody were to siege Holland, they would need 807 plus 568 added together number of guys to siege the castle. If I take the levy and send them off to war, then they only need 569 guys, basically. So, and here we go. This Chancellor guy is fantastic. Look at how fast we got that fabricated claim. Okay. So now we got to move him to somewhere else. This guy is still in gallery. Man, that really annoys me. I think he's doing that on purpose. Liege is part of Luxembourg, which isn't really helpful. Jülich is part of Luxembourg, which isn't really helpful. I could go and take over Trier, because it's all by itself. Okay, so let's go to this. A traveling poet who calls himself a bard arrived today. A good-for-nothing nobody, So, the general opinion of us goes down by 5. But, our intrigue and our diplomacy go up by 1. That's for getting cynical. Not the trait cynical, but a condition cynical. Okay, so we're cynical only to a certain period of time, which is 6 months from now. Okay, if he does anything wrong, I'll break every bone in his body. And Bishop Berald reacts to the Duke's feelings towards the bard. He can stay for as long as he likes. Well, I'm going to say the Duke is a guy of learning, really. And so, he's going to let him stay. He supports the arts. So anyway, I found out that Bishop Berald had introduced a bard to the court, and I told him how much I had appreciated that. Finally, someone who can sing. Thank you. So Bishop Berald's opinion goes up, and we get magnanimous person until basically 2 years from now, which gives us an increase in monthly piety. Okay, thank you. So, anyway, now we've got a strong claim on Ypres. Unfortunately, this will not be inherited unless we press it in war. So we want this guy to live. We need him to live. Maybe I will put him into hiding. Just to make sure. Okay, and the son takes over as a regent, which is good. It'll give him some practice. Okay, well, unfortunately now our domain is a little too big. Because we have a better stewardship than our regent does. He would like to become the court chaplain. Well, that's good. He may actually get a chance to do that. But for right now, we need... Right now, we need him to stay alive. Because this... Oops. Let me pause just for a second. This guy's got to go someplace. But really, if I get another claim, it's not going to last. So let's improve diplomatic relations with King Idiot over here. Okay. Let's continue. King Carl has created the title of Kingdom of East Francia. Okay, so what happened is that King Carl had enough territories over here and enough gold and prestige to actually create East Francia as a title. So he rules enough of what would be East Francia's territory in order to create the title. And then what he did was he gave himself that title as his primary title. So now, if I hit pause and I go out, okay, this says West Francia, but probably pretty soon it may say East Francia. Maybe I gotta switch the screen. But essentially right now, if I look, there it goes. Okay, so now this entire territory is East Francia. We haven't changed anything except for what we call it and the fact that there's a title there now. Now, the other issue is this, is that if I hit the space bar, I really want to check this out because this is going to be interesting. Okay, so here's East Francia, right? And Prince Asaric of East Francia is the heir to the Kingdom of East Francia. Okay, so here's his children. That's very interesting. Why is this guy not an heir? Anyway, this son is the heir to the Kingdom of East Francia. This son is the heir to the Kingdom of West Francia. So essentially what's happened now, let me continue onwards, is that when this guy dies, this territory is going to split into West Francia and East Francia. Because if I look at the laws, whoops, we're autosaving. If I go in and look at the royal laws, I'm sure it says that East Francia is, oh, it doesn't tell me what this, oh, succession laws. So it's agnatic gavelkind. So basically, everything gets split evenly between the boys. Okay, so this guy, East Francia, this guy, West Francia. And that's it. So technically speaking, I don't know which one we are de jure a part of. Let's go to Holland. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to say de jure. De jure, I am part of, yeah, the Kingdom of Frisia. That's nice. Okay. Oops, I'm getting messages. Here we go. Aha. Okay, so these two have become of age. So now it is time. See, betrothed can marry. So we will accept this. And this guy shows up at my court. Let me see this guy. Is this guy any good? He's got a pretty decent martial skill. That's pretty good. Yeah, he's got a pretty decent martial skill. Okay, so let's continue onwards. So yeah, that's going to be pretty interesting when King Carl dies. It'll split into East and West Francia. And, oops. Okay, so here's what happened. You have a new heir. If your character dies now, you will play as Fastrada. Okay, so that, as you remember, is the sister. So he died on a natural death at the age of 69, which is actually pretty old. Okay, here's the list of lost titles. Here's the list of pretenders, and he's gone. So now we are Duke Arnold. So be it. Okay, so now we are Duke Arnold. There we go. Our heir is our sister. We have to choose a focus for this guy. And we can't cancel the ambition until May 12th. So let me think about this now. We're at 7 of 6. So let's make our focus rulership. That'll give us a +3. Or we can go +2 and increase the city vassal opinion. That's actually pretty good. This guy's the coward, right? Yeah, he's craven. I could try to increase... no. Why would I want to do that? Let's do this and increase the city vassal opinion. That's going to push us up to 13, which should give us enough to do this. So let's go like that. Okay, so the reason why I did that is because I'm sure if I look... Yeah, see, I have a couple of people who are not happy with me. Although I have to say I'm pretty surprised that the opinion is so positive for most of them. Because I've had times where new people have taken over and like everybody hates them. And it's horrible. because then you sit there trying to get back their favor, and it's terrible. Now, if I go in here, you'll notice that the claim on Ypres is gone, so I'm going to have to do that again. But for now, let's see. Is this stupid plot still on? Oh, the plot is definitely still on. And he's getting more people, too. Wow, he really wants Brabant. So we might not actually be able to pull this off. But I have decided to revoke the county of Brabant. The vassals in the realm who study legal documents, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so I can choose to go to war with him. Really? That's the best you can do. And he can bring in these guys. Oh, they have a lot. I've got 421. I've got 421 gold. Oh my gosh. Do I have anybody that I can bring in as an ally? Not really, because I bet you he absolutely positively loves the king. See, it says revoke the county of Brabant, but I suspect that if I give him the county of Brabant, he's going to take the entire duchy. It's not just the county of Brabant. On the other hand, I can raise 1.8k of military. Oh, it's not enough. Because then that matches his force, and I basically need 5,000 more guys. Which would mean I'd have to hire one of these dudes and then pay 29. It's too much. It's too much. Oh, and I really don't want to deplete my entire force, because then here's what happens. Let's say you deplete your entire force, right? And I actually fight off King Carl. What'll happen is, after I'm done, and let's say, I've actually won, okay? Then I have no military. And then the other dukes go, oh, well, these guys automatically have a claim on Ghent, because it's supposed to be part of their territory. And I'm sure Luxembourg could make a claim on Loon. And then all of a sudden everybody starts attacking you for the pieces of your empire. On the other hand, if I lose Brabant, I'm going to lose 1, 2, 3 territories if he's taking the Duchy of Brabant too, which I guess he is. I won't know until I click the button. But if he does take Brabant, hopefully he'll give it to somebody, and then I can start taking these back again. Let me do that. I would rather get rid of the Duchy of Brabant and just have this entire thing as the Duchy of Holland. Okay, so wait a minute. This is the Duchy of Brabant. Wait a minute. This is the Duchy of Brabant. Oh, this is de jure. So he just took the county. He just took the county. Really? Really? He just took the county. Why would he? Now part of the problem is the military just went down by like 200 guys. Okay, but he just took the county. Okay. Alright, let's keep going. There are no factions. So I don't know what happened to those independence guys, but they're gone. I'm really, really, really curious to see what's going to happen with... Well, it looks like he's winning in Saxony. So yeah. You know, if I knew that this guy was not going to go to war, was not going to join him, I would have... Oh, look at that. He just moved his capital to Brabant. Oh, he just moved his capital to Brabant, so now I'm never going to get it. Okay, I guess that's why he wanted it. Bishop calls Helm. Okay, this guy's got a 17. How much does this guy have? That guy has a 15. He's of Tholen, he's of Hassett. I'm going to give him a chance. That's still too close. Okay, so... yeah. Desires the Duchy of Brabant. That's what he's going to do next. He'll go and try to take Hainaut or Breda, and then he'll use that claim to take the entire duchy. Okay. Well, and of course he's still the Duke of Gelre. I have no idea why. He loves that territory. He's the Duchy of Saxony too. Okay. I'm going to pause just for a second. I'm going to test something out, and then I will see. No, those are not ones that I want. I just want to see something really fast. Yeah, that's not going to have a whole lot of... do we have any winners at all? This guy maybe, but that's 5%. I mean, let's be serious. Let's do it by plot power. This guy would be the major one. But, unfortunately, he absolutely positively loves King Carl. Yeah. And he's the spy master. That's why he would be so good. Here's the queen. Yeah, but unfortunately that's not going to work. So let's go back to intrigue. We will cancel this one. I just wanted to see, for the sake of, argument. Okay, so I think now this is a good spot to stop. And we'll pick it up right here the next time that, for the next video. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've had fun, and I will see you next video.